today we're going to talk about the top 10 presents to give to a significant other if you think they've already got too much fishing gear. My number 10 item, I'm going to work my way back down to one. But number 10 is a life jacket. They come in hundreds of different shapes and sizes. Make sure when you're buying these, if you are in Australia, that you're buying one that's approved for Australian conditions. So be careful when you're buying them on eBay. This one here, it's a great one by Hobie. It's a blow-up life jacket, really good for the kayak because there's nothing behind you that's going to impact, you know, where you're sitting on the seat or anything like that. The whole thing's in front of you, and essentially that cord just there, you yank on that if you have an issue, and the whole thing will blow up around you, and you can obviously get out of strife. It also has this little pocket on the front. I think this one will cost about $120 to $150 depending if you can get it on sale and where you buy it from, but a great product and definitely something that your significant other is most likely not going to go out and buy themselves. Number 9 on my list, LifeStraw. Great product. I've been caught out a few times in some pretty tough spots where I haven't had access to fresh water like I thought I would, or I've run out of it early on a particularly hot day, and sometimes it gets a little bit hard to orientate yourself properly when you're dehydrated. LifeStraw made a very, very, very good product that allows you to drink unfiltered water. So this is a filter just here, just sort of any creek, stream, dam or whatever. You basically have a filter set up, that end just there goes into the water source, and then you just suck it straight up through there. And obviously it's not always going to be the best thing, but it's going to keep you out of trouble on those really bad adventures. This thing's actually nearly saved my life a few times. So number 8 on my list of things you should give to a significant other, if you think that significant other has too much fishing gear already, is a power bank. So obviously we use a lot of battery when we're out fishing, you know, phones that are probably playing a bit of music, might have you know, head torches and things at night time that require charging up, speakers, heaps of different things. So power bank will get them out of trouble if they're in a spot where they need their phone and they've got barely any charge left. You can buy them small from Kmart, little, you know, $10, $15 things that'll charge up just like one phone charge. You can also buy larger ones. I've got two. I've got a small one and a larger one will do 3 or 4 phones. As number 7 on my list is the most obvious one and possibly the most often forgotten on a fishing trip. That's why it pays to have a few. It's sun protection. I know what you're thinking, right? So sunscreen, all that sort of thing. No, don't worry about that. You don't buy your significant other for Christmas or their birthday sunscreen. That's just not on. Now, fishing shirts are a very personal item. I particularly love a button-up one that's like this, SPF 50+. Obviously, getting to know your significant other is very important when it comes to fishing. And for that reason, buying them a shirt similar to this one or whatever they like, if it's one of those normal ones without pockets, that, you know, sublimated or whatever you call them, one of those ones, great product, great thing to have. You can never have too many fishing shirts. Another option, sun hat. We've got a Cobra, been through a few. Obviously you go to BCF, you buy a straw one for 20 bucks. Big wide brim, great for the sun, great for fishing. You can also buy spotters or, you know, some other sunglasses that have polarized sunglasses in them. Make sure you're not buying the servo ones because that's just cheap and nasty. But yeah, polarized sunglasses like spotters that you can buy from BCF and not too much. Also you've got fishing gloves if your significant other is a fisherman or fisherwoman who does like to fish with lures. Great option. Those things go over your hands and they protect your hands from the sun. Not so much good if significant other loves fishing with bait because, you know, those gloves are not going to be the best at the end of the session. There's other things you can buy as well in terms of sun protection, like the buffs that go around your neck. You can buy sort of balaclavas, which I definitely do not recommend, but they're an option. Shorts, even footwear or something similar to that. A lot of different options with that one, but I can really guarantee that your significant other isn't going to go in there to BCF with $200 and go straight to the sun protection aisle. It's going to be straight to the lure aisle. So get them something they're going to use like that. So number 6 on the list is a fishing experience, and a fishing experience can be a number of different things, but I'm going to firstly define a fishing charter for you. If you're going to get your significant other a fishing charter, don't get them something they already do. So there's no point getting them, if they fish a lot on the reef, there's no point getting them a reef fishing charter where they're just going to go out there and do exactly what they do normally anyway. Get them maybe a charter to learn how to fly fish or something like that. Other things you could do as a fishing experience is to, if you know that they've always wanted to fish a particular fishing spot, maybe some accommodation for a few days at a fishing spot for them. Another really good option is a fishing competition. So a few years ago, a beautiful wife entered me in a competition, so I could go down there and try and win a few prizes down in the Gambie, which was fantastic. I had an absolute ball down there actually, trying to catch the biggest Murray cod, and that was a fantastic present. So again, number 6, fishing experience. Number 5 on the list is a pretty simple one for you guys out there. You're probably sick of fish coming home and being cut up in the sink or the laundry sink or in the backyard by the garage or somewhere like that. So a really good option is to buy a portable filleting table, which you can get off, you know, multiple places like eBay, online stores like that. Another really inexpensive option is to just go and buy one of those, you know, plastic white, you know, camping tables that you can get from Bunnings, that fold up, you know, flat, and that can be just thrown in a boat or back of the car or just even at home and just moved around to a spot, you know, that's not going to mean you're going to have fish all through your house or something like that. Obviously with those tables, they're perfect for filleting on, and can be washed really easily. So number 5, portable filleting table. Okay guys, so number 4 is an obvious one, a pair of Aqua Shoes. These are the saviour in my opinion of fishing. So, you know, really good if your significant other fishes from a boat, trying to load your boat on the boat ramp where it's really slippery. Thongs make that 10 times worse. Really good if you're going into murky waters like in the lake or you know, the river where, you know, you really can't see the bottom and you don't know if you're going to tread on hooks or all those kind of things. Aqua Shoes are perfect for that. Really good if you're also fishing in the estuary or up north where, you know, you've got poisonous spikes and spines everywhere. These are dive boots from BCF, so they're Aqua Shoes, but they're actually dive boots, and they've got a thick sole on them, and I've drilled a few holes into them just to drain water out of them because I've always got them submerged. And these are fantastic, and I personally would never actually go out and buy a pair of these. Beautiful wife bought these for me one time for like $20 or $30 for a present, and I use them all the time, but I wouldn't go and buy these myself. So we're getting to the pointy end now guys. So number 3 on my list is a Cryovac, and in my opinion a Cryovac is one of the most beneficial things that you can buy someone who fishes a lot, especially if they do catch a lot of fish and they do freeze it occasionally. A Cryovac will mean that you know, you can store that, you know, that fish nice and fresh for longer. It also means that you can marinate the fish and leave it in the fridge for a few days to let that marinade soak in. Also great in the kitchen, let's be honest. You know, you can store meat and veggies and that stuff a lot longer, so it helps you there as well. And there's a number of different Cryovacs you can buy. I got one at home that that obviously just plugs into the, you know, into the main power points at home. You can also get, I'm pretty sure, 12-volt ones nowadays as well that'll plug into the boat, and I think you can also get battery powered ones too. The runner-up best thing that you can buy a fisherman or fisherwoman for Christmas that they don't have or will not buy themselves is a custom first aid kit. And when I say custom first aid kit, I don't mean a first aid kit with their name on it. I'm talking about a first aid kit that you've gone out and bought that you're going to add extra stuff to. And the reason I'm saying that is because the amount of times that I've cut myself with a knife or the fin of the fish, or, you know, got lures stuck in myself and ripped them out, and just things that you would probably normally have to go to the hospital and sort out, that'll take hours in emergency, you can sort of try and fix yourself. So in that first aid kit, throw some steri strips. That's the first thing. You know, the amount of times I've actually been able to stitch myself up with stereo strips is unimaginable, and it's actually held pretty well. Snake bandage is one of the most important things to make sure that you've got in that little first aid kit, and just like maybe a little set of lollies or glucose or something that, you know, if you have a diabetic significant other that goes fishing, that would be really important in that situation. And that's why I'm saying customize it. Try and find things that you know they need to get them through, and put it all in a little pack. Make that pack as small as you can, because the bigger it is, the less likely they're going to take it out, and give them that for Christmas. Guys, the number one thing that you can buy your significant other when you think that that significant other has too much fishing gear and you want to get them something that they're going to use for fishing is what's called a PLB. PLB stands for a personal locating beacon, and if they spend a lot of time out bush, places where there's not going to be a lot of signal, and they're going solo, or even if they're not going solo and they're going with someone else, and you want to be able to contact them, or you want to be able to know that if something bad happens that they can get out of trouble, the PLB will, depending on the brand and the model and how much you invest in it, will allow them to either message you when they've got no signal, or for a fraction of the cost, if you're on a budget, it'll mean that if they press a button on that PLB, it'll send a signal out to emergency services that will be able to get out to them wherever they are. And PLB is obviously a very important piece of kit for those people, again, who are fishing solo, and a very, very good item to buy someone that you love for Christmas, who you worry about. They're never going to buy one of those themselves. I'll tell you why, because I would never go out and buy one of those myself. But an essential bit of kit for those who do get into those remote areas that, you know, have a bit of a habit of getting into a bit of trouble. There you go, guys. That's my 10 best items to get someone who is a fisherman, fisherwoman, who might have everything already, or in your opinion has everything already, and you want to get them something for Christmas that they're going to use for fishing. You have a great day, and I'll see you out on the water.